What's up YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. So in this video I'm going to be speaking about having the Venus-Pluto opposition in synastry. To having the opposition between Venus and Pluto in your synastry with someone, this is going to bring that really strong sense of initial attraction between two people. They can feel very drawn to each other. There's a sense of feeling a very magnetic pull towards each other, and it can even be hard to define or to explain why they feel so drawn to each other, but this does bring a very intense sense of attraction between the two partners. It's also going to bring the dynamic that's very passionate and very intense when it comes to a lot of things that they go through in their relationship with each other, and even the emotions that they feel in this relationship can have that very deep, passionate, and very intense feeling to it. And with this synastry, both the Venus person and the Pluto person have the potential to experience some challenges, but also a lot of transformation through the relationship that they have together. Because with the opposition, this does bring contrasting energies between the two individuals. And whereas the square or the trine or the conjunction can have different effects, with the opposition here, this can bring potentially dynamics like push-pull between the two partners, but there's also a lot of opportunity for being able to gain balance in their relationship and growth through being able to balance out the energies. And there's also potential for them to be able to complement each other a lot through their energies that can be very different, and when it comes to what they're bringing to this relationship and where they're coming from. But with this synastry, they're going to have a deeper understanding of each other, and it's going to bring out a really strong sense of connection in their relationship, and there's big potential for them to experience evolution through what they go through together and having had experienced this relationship. It can lead to a lot of healing, and in that sense, this relationship can be very deeply rewarding, even on emotional levels for the partners. In the positive, this synastry really brings a sense of instant connection or instant attraction between the two partners. They can have strong chemistry with this, and even though it can be quite exciting, it can also be a little bit unnerving to both of the partners in the relationship. Just how irresistibly drawn to each other they can be when this aspect is in the relationship. And because of that, there can be these strong feelings of it being a connection that's meant to be, or that is happening for a reason, a deeper reason, like destiny or something that's fated. But in this synastry, it's still an opposition, and oppositions can be tense or challenging and be a bit of a tricky energy to work with. And with an opposition here, it is having two opposite signs between the Venus and the Pluto. So they can approach the relationship from two very different and opposite approaches or perspectives. And when it comes to them in their relationship, they may need to work harder to be able to achieve that harmony at times, and kind of learn from each other to integrate the two different and opposite energies and even perspectives coming into this. Because what the opposition can bring here is power struggles between the two partners. And what that opposition is really going to do is going to challenge both of the partners to be able to see both sides when it comes to situations that perhaps they view differently and disagree on. Venus's energy is all about love, harmony, and they may be quite charming, and they may be coming into this with a desire for being able to experience that harmony in their relationship and looking for a romantic nature in their relationship. In this relationship, more than anything, they're striving to be able to create an environment of cooperation between the Pluto person and the Venus person, and they want to be able to have this peace in the relationship between them that's pleasant and beautiful, and they can have an affectionate side, and they can want to be able to express love and care in this relationship with the Pluto person. And no matter the sign that the Venus is in, they can find that these things are intensified in this relationship with this Venus opposite Pluto aspect in their connection. The Venus person still feels that intense attraction to the Pluto person, and it can be quite strong and difficult to resist, or it can feel very consuming when they experience their love and appreciation for the Pluto person. With this synastry can really go to deeper levels. You can also have a lot of passion behind it, and because of that, they can also experience a lot of insecurity with this opposition, like jealousy and a fear of losing the relationship with the Pluto person, and a desire to be able to really hold on to their connection. But for the Venus person's relationship with the Pluto person can at times be overwhelming. Having this aspect in your relationship can make it so that the connection is pretty intense, and a lot of the emotions that are felt are also pretty intensified. Also, this synastry can be one that does have some obsession involved when it comes to the way that the two partners feel about each other, and that can be in the form of them thinking about each other all the time and just having a hard time when it comes to stopping to think about the other partner, even if that's something that's out of character for the partners, for one or both of the partners. They can find that this synastry aspect can just kind of influence them in that way and trigger that side of them to come out. They can experience that this relationship is one that's even more intense than perhaps their previous relationships, and that can be quite exciting. At times it can be very thrilling, but it can also be quite exhausting, especially on an emotional level as well, especially because with the synastry can bring some high highs and also some low lows in their connection with each other and the way they are interacting with each other. With the opposition, this is a bit of a challenging aspect. It does bring more tense energy to the relationship, and they can experience some disagreements or some conflicts in their relationship, and they can also experience, accompanied with that is some emotional intensities and also having some extreme emotional highs at times. So it can feel like a bit of an emotional roller coaster with this, but there's a strong depth that having the synastry can bring to their relationship, even seen in their conversations, which can be very deep and very meaningful, and that can lead to a really deep sense of understanding each other and where they're coming from in this relationship. And when it comes to the Pluto person, they can have a very mysterious aura to them that could also be something that's drawing the Venus person in and attracting the Venus person when it comes to how they feel about the Pluto person. However, in the relationship with the Venus person, that the Pluto influence can also have over the Pluto person is there could be a desire for control, and that could be a desire as far as the control of the direction of the relationship. And to the Venus person, the Pluto person's presence can be very compelling, it can be very magnetic and attractive. And the thing with the Pluto person here is that in their relationship with the Venus person, they can lead to them taking on a more dominant role or having this dominance because of that desire for control over themselves and over their surroundings in the relationship. And in their relationship with the Venus person, they can experience that their experiences with the Venus person in this relationship can really teach them to relinquish control and to have a more balanced approach, especially around things to do with control and power in their relationship. And the Pluto person can be very up for being able to get into understanding and exploring the deeper emotions and sides and even secrets that are in the Venus person, but they could be perhaps more hesitant when it comes to them being more open in this way and being vulnerable with the Venus person out of a fear of really losing control. They seek transformation. They want to be able to have a deeper connection and something that's not superficial, with more depth and more meaning behind their interactions. And having this aspect in their relationship can bring out in them this very overly protective side, but also this very suspicious side as well when it comes to their relationship with the Venus person. And having an opposition between Venus and Pluto can really bring a lot of almost contradictory energy into the relationship. They can experience a strong desire for each other and a strong wanting for each other, but also a sense of fear with getting close to each other and what that can lead to. And they can also experience those feelings of very strong attraction towards each other, but at the same time they can also experience the sense of repulsion towards each other when it comes to the attraction. And they can want to get close, but they can also want to have distance, and it can be very challenging to be able to work through the opposite energies that come with opposition in this synastry. However, even with the opposition bringing in some challenges as well as some good times into this relationship, they find that it can be one that's very difficult to let go of, and they can also feel the sense that it's going to be one that's irreplaceable, which kind of compels them to want to be able to fight for it even through challenging times. And this aspect can really bring a sense of a big emotional investment into the relationship from both of the partners being required. But even through any tough times, there's that strong compulsion to stay and work things out, sensing that the relationship is one that's too significant to just abandon. And the relationship can lead to a lot of emotional growth, a lot of emotional transformation for both of the partners, and a lot of opportunities to also experience personal growth. Well, that does it for this video on having your Venus opposite your partner's Pluto in synastry. Thank you so much for watching the video. I hope you found it helpful and you enjoyed it. And if you did, please be sure to give this video a thumbs up and to subscribe to this channel for more videos. Well, that is where I love and leave you. Thank you so much for watching, and I will catch you in the next video. Bye guys.